Hi everybody, welcome to stream for today. So I'm back on the Rowing lines. I'm in a class 52, doing a workshop scenario called the Great Eastern Western Part 1 by Bell_Boys 2009. Here we are just outside Norwich in a class 52. It's part of a rail tour. We're in the Western Champion. Bring the sound up a little bit. So we got some Mark IIs there, and we got some Mark Ones. We got some rail tours, liveried coaches there. We got some Mark One coaches, more Mark One. Looks like a buffet car, maybe, or maybe that's the guards van. But anyway, there's our consist for today, and we're going to head towards Great Yarmouth. In December 2008, D1015 Western Champion ran a rail tour from Liverpool Street to Great Yarmouth. In this scenario, you will drive D1015 from Trowse Swingbridge Junction to Great Yarmouth. Right, so let's get going. Yeah. Let's get that closed up. I'll just start making our way now. Give a blast of the horn. What that sounds like from outside. 5 mile an hour speed limit coming up. Hi, Jamils. Jamis. Hey, Jamis. Sorry if I can't pronounce your name properly. Just wondering if you're going to purchase the London to Brighton, will I need to download anything else to play it? No, not really. Normally what happens is they do tell you when you get the route what sort of things you get it. Now I believe with Brighton to London you get a class 377, and then I think you also get a class 450, but you can't drive it. It's kind of like AI traffic only, so you'll see it in scenarios, but you can't actually drive it. But the 377 I believe that you can get. And then what you could do if you get London to Brighton is you could then pick up some of the cheap DLC that's on sale, like the class 421s and the class 423s, and then you'll get a few more scenarios from those as well for London to Brighton. So and I'm okay, thank you, Jamie. It will tell you, you know, like I said. Yeah, you need Train Simulator, obviously. You do need Train Simulator to play London to Brighton. So if you don't have Train Simulator, you do need that first. You can't just get the route on its own and then it'll work. You have to have Train Simulator as well, that makes sense. It's a bit like if you bought an add-on aircraft for Flight Sim X, you'd still need Flight Sim X to use it. Okay. If you look at the, I mean, most of the stuff's self-contained, so yeah, you should be able to download London to Brighton, and then you'll get the route, and then you'll get some scenarios, and then you can go to the workshop and download some more scenarios. But some of those scenarios might need extra stock that you don't get with the London to Brighton, so you might have to buy those separately. Now you do get rolling stock in it. If you go to the store page for it, Jamie, go to the London to Brighton with the store page and go down the text. You get like a load of text. Read down the text. It'll tell you what it comes with. It should come with some class 377s. You'll get a class 377 at least, and then you'll get yeah, and that'll be like enough to get you started, and then you can always add more stuff. Thank you for the follow as well, that's very nice of you. I'm going to slow down for 20 here because there actually is a 20 speed limit for heavy trains, and this is quite a heavy train. going to slow down to 20. For some reason it's not showing up in the HUD. But it's just up here. Yeah, Jamie, I'm just looking at the web page now. So what you do is with London to Brighton, you'll get 3 free roams and 12 scenarios. You get a Class 377 Electrostar in Southern livery as well, and then you also get an AI non-drivable Class 450 in Southwest Trains livery. The Class 450 cannot be driven by the player, but is included for realism. That's in some of the scenarios. You get that, so. And then you can add more stuff through Workshop and that, so. Just going to turn the webcam off for a moment. I've just got a little issue with it. Hang on a sec. There you go, that's it sorted. Hi, Preacher Man. Yeah, kind of, but obviously in Flight Sim you've got more of an open world. You can basically fly anywhere you want to in Flight Sim, whereas in Train Simulator you're kind of restricted by which routes that you've got or purchased or downloaded for free. In a way, you could think of Train Simulator a bit like Orbex scenery, as in you buy Flight Sim, and then if you want like a specified area which is quite detailed, then you would sort of like have to go and buy some Orbex region. Whereas with Train Sim, it's similar to the same. You sort of start off with nothing, and then you have to add bits to it. So if you want to, when you buy Train Simulator, you'll get some routes included with it, but you won't get everything. So then you have to go onto Steam Shop or other third-party providers and download and purchase routes, or you can go along and find freeware routes. But a lot of freeware routes will need bits and pieces from other routes. That makes sense, kind of. So at the moment I'm driving along a route called Wherry Lines, and then I'm in the Class 52 as well. Well, it should download into your Train Simulator, Jamie. Steam will download it, and then when you next run Train Simulator, you'll go through the menus, and then you'll see there's a new route there called London to Brighton, and then you can go through. Yeah, well, you might have to wait for Steam to install it into your computer, or wait for Steam to do that. So. Maybe log off Steam and restart Steam, and then it might start to download it into your Train Simulator. But if you've got your Train Simulator running, you have to exit it and come back into it as well. But you also need to log out of Steam, log in, because sometimes Steam might have not actually started to download it yet. You've also got to remember that at the moment there's Steam sales going on, so sometimes Steam can get a little bit slow because it's having to download lots of things because people are buying lots of stuff in the sales and things. So Yeah, well, like I said, you have to exit the game, and then you also have to check your Steam. Go into Steam and you'll see whether it's installed or not. Steam has to download it, so London to Brighton's quite a big route as well, so depending on your internet connection, it can take a little while for it to download. Yeah, well, you need to exit out a train simulator as well and then go back in. And then what you need to do is you go to Drive and then Career, and then look up and look for the London to Brighton route in there. Yeah, I have quite a bit of the DLC. I haven't got all of the DLC, but I have. But I mean, I haven't got every single bit of DLC. That would be crazy. So I've just got bits of DLC that I like, or sometimes I just pick them up when they're on sale, as they're cheaper then. So. Featureman23, thank you for the follow. I don't know. I don't really know what my favourite route is. I've got lots of favourites. Any line that's kind of with a third rail route, like London to Brighton or places like that, I kind of like, because that's kind of more to do with where I've grown up. So that's kind of routes that are that I know about a lot more, because I go on them a lot more in real life. So when I can download trains and things relating to that area, then I kind of like that. In a little bit. I'm trying to do something else at the same time. trying to fiddle with something at the same time, you see. No, you're not crazy, Diesel Doug. I mean, you're a bit like me, really. It's just that, you know, I think if I'd just bought Train Simulator now, I think I would have been looking at the amount of DLC and thought, well, that's a bit crazy. But especially what with there's, you know, especially with Train Sim World around the corner, it's a bit like if, you know, it's a bit like if you're on X-Plane 10 and then you're suddenly thinking, well, hang on a minute, there's X-Plane 11 around the corner, and then you're sort of unsure about whether to upgrade or not, or to put money into things or not. So but yeah, exactly, Diesel Doug. I mean, if you went to, I mean, if you go to a model shop and you want to buy a loco or some coaches these days, it can cost a lot of money. But like I said, I always tend to pick up stuff when it's in a sale. So, and also I picked up a lot of DLC over time because I started with the original Rail Simulator back in 2007, and every year when they've upgraded, they've always included like some routes at a cheaper price when you upgrade to the next one. So yeah, I guess so, Doug. But what I will do is I will just sort of look at to see what's available in Train Sim World and decide whether or not I'm going to upgrade, you know, get a route for it or not. I won't just get a route just for the sake of it. I'll be like, well, this has got this stock in it and this route, and I'll get it. So, I mean, I do the same thing in Flight Sim. You know, I kind of look to see what's around, but I won't necessarily just buy everything just for the sake of it. But with a lot of free rare routes, you have to kind of have a lot of pay rare routes, otherwise they don't display properly. So yeah, see you, Diesel Doug. Thanks for popping by. You can sort of tell when the carriages go past which ones have been aliased with the Armstrong Powerhouse sounds, which have, because some carriages are quieter than the others. So I have to work out which ones. How do you know it hasn't downloaded, James? Whereabouts are you looking to see where to see it? Okay, well it's just because Steam obviously is a little bit slow. You're just going to have to be a little bit patient and wait for Steam to download it then. Yeah, I have, James, for quite a long time, ever since I was, I don't know, since I was about 11 or 12, I guess, when I had a home computer in the 80s, and then there was like simulations that you could play on them, which were very basic at the time, but still quite fun. First simulation I played was a game on a computer called the ZX Spectrum, and it was about 1983, 1984, and it was on. It was a game called Flight Simulation. Hi Snooker Man, yeah, it's because this track is quite old, I think, so it kind of emulates the fact that as you get to a certain speed, then the track is and the train box about. Although I think this train also does tend to rock about a lot more on the track anyway. But in Train Simulator, you can when you're making a route, you can adjust how smooth or how rough the track is, and then that affects the way that the train will move on the track. Hi, Master Daniel. Right, I think that's the end of this scenario. We'll just wait and see. We made it. Well done. Okay, that's